Our guest host this hour, the Oracle of Oil, the Titan of Texas tea, Boone Pickens, the CEO of BP Capital. Crude oil prices, you know, you've been watching this over the last few days. Right now trading, it's turned around to get up another 4 cents to 87.65. So Boone, the question of the day, where do you think oil is headed next? You've had it right all along.
If I give you that number, I know what you'll do.
What?
You'll kick me off the show. You'll be through with me.
Why? Where do you think it's headed?
Well, I'm going to wait till later to tell you.
Oh, no. You're here for the duration of the show anyway.
Person. You're going to make us wait.
Don't hurt us. I know what he's thinking. Please don't hurt us. Is it higher? Is it much higher?
Well, don't pin me to the hour.
And it could be years
or the day, but I'll give you, it's going to go on up. You remember what I said the last time on? I said the fourth quarter is going to be very, very interesting.
Yes, and so far it has been.
That's right. We're only 15 days into the fourth quarter. So it could come in this quarter. I think you will see within a year. Okay, within a year you're going to see $100 oil.
$100 oil. At this point, last time around you had said 80 before 80, your 80th birthday next year.
And you know, I'm not 80 yet.
No, we soared right past that $80. So you're now saying $90.
Oh, I'm saying $100.
$100 within the next year, somewhere.
That's right. You'll see 100. Now you say, well, okay, well the fourth quarter is within the next year. Exactly. And I'm not going to say it's going to occur in the fourth quarter, but I still believe that 85 million barrels is all the supply is. And you're going to have a demand of 88 million barrels, and it's going to get very, very dicey here in the fourth quarter. It's already getting that way.
But then you're counting on no one adjusting to the higher prices and no one changing their behavior. And doesn't demand always go down if price goes too high? I remember when we were talking, you had said to me, where does Steve Forbes get his research? Because Steve Forbes has been arguing oil will go to 35 a barrel. And you told me a year ago you thought it was going over 100. But at some point, doesn't that higher price end up resulting in lower demand and then the price can't go high? Does it keep going high after it hits 100?
Dennis, we have no history of where, I mean, we've never been where we are today at $87 a barrel. And we're still whistling along. I mean, everybody seems to be, you know, so what? 87, we can handle 87. But we haven't handled it for very long, of course. But I don't know where you choke. I don't know where the world chokes on the price. But with the value of the dollar where it is, and you look at a lot of the oil that's being purchased around the world, it's probably, what do you say, $20 under where we're paying for the oil. Is that correct?
Well, the weak dollar is part of what's lifting the price of oil, right?
That's right. That's exactly what's happening. So I don't know. I mean, maybe the world can handle $100 oil.
Some have argued that this whole Turkish-Kurdish thing has brought us $10 in a hurry, and it's likely to fall back in the near term. Would you go along with that?
I want you to explain to me, Carl. You know, I've been asked the terrorist premium. Who is it that gets the terrorist premium? How does a conflict on the Kurdish-Turkey border all at once cause oil prices to go up $10?
Because there's no direct interruption of supply? Is that what you mean?
Well, there's not that much supply in northern Iraq.
Iraq has never come back since the war. They kept thinking it would come back up to what it was, and it's only been, 8% of the world's supply anyway, I believe it is.
That's right, yeah.
That's because people would make the case that speculators get a news item like that, and they're able, the fast money, and there are speculators in the market now, and they use that as an excuse to go in with both feet with some of the big money they have coming out.
Oh, you're saying they run in and run the price up?
Yes.
Okay, and that very well could be the case. You got to have the speculators in the market, in a commodity market. You know that.
Yes.
I mean, you got the hedgers, and you got the people that are buying for supply, and then you got to have the speculator to help balance the market. So, you know, maybe they are pressing.
Because, Boone, you know how many hurricane bumps that we got the last 2 years in the oil market. We didn't have a hurricane in the last 2 years, but it never gives back any of the premium that goes in from the worry about the hurricane.
No,
you're laughing and you're so happy.
I'm laughing. No, I'm not.
Well, you're laughing all the way to the bank.
Take a look at this. On 8, Boone, you look at the cover of the FT today. There's Ahmadinejad and Putin together. Does that make it? That doesn't make you think oil's going to go down, does it?
No, it doesn't. But you know, when you look at those two guys there, the two biggest natural gas producers in the world are Russia and Iran. And when you look at the two biggest oil producers in the world, it's Russia and Saudi Arabia. So, I mean, Russia gets to pick up the chips on natural gas and oil. Iran on natural gas, Saudi Arabia on oil.
Even oil at $90 a barrel, isn't it the expense of that a vastly lower percentage of GDP than it was back in the energy crisis of the late 70s, early 80s?
That's right. And if you adjust oil for inflation from the, 1980 to 2007, I think
102.
Yeah, brings you in above 100.
80, yeah.
And
Right.
so that gives me great comfort when I sit up here and you guys pound on me and say you got to, you know, I think you're going to see.
Can't lay a glove on you, and you look like a Cheshire cat to me sitting over there. And I wish I were you, but I'm not. Anyway, we're going to be talking.
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do, Joe.
Tell me.
Okay, if we can make this trade, I'll trade. How old are you, Joe?
I'm in that late 30s to early 40s to
Well, know what? Tell me
late
your
40s
age.
area, early
What?
50s.
What is his age?
51.
He's 51.
I don't know whether I'll make this trade. I'd rather be down in the 30s.
You thought I was. That's why you brought it up.
Yeah, but I think I'd make a deal with you where I would trade me for you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
But
Okay, I wasn't thinking that way.
If I could get 25 or 30 years, I'd give up the works and,
and everything else.
swap with you.
All right.
Give him the plane and everything.
You know what?
He would take that.
I'm as rich as Boone Pickens then, and I am. I do feel that way actually about it. If you look at the whole,
Yes.
you look at the whole scheme of things.